Hello, I'm Shainaz Dakar, Senior SharePoint Engineer at ShortPoint, and today we're going to be covering part 2 of Understanding Office 365 series. So today we're going to be focusing on collaboration between team members in Office 365 platform. So we're going to first start with Office 365 groups and then take a look at a set of apps that are available, such as Microsoft Teams, Flow, Forms, and Microsoft Power Apps. So first, Office 365 Groups is a service that gives membership and makes resources and apps easily available for team members to share and collaborate on different apps and services on the Office 365 platform. It also is a way to manage security and access permissions between team members. Is a group, Office 365 group is to create. So many scenarios for group uses. Every collaborative work would have benefit in creating Office 365 group, such as team collaborating on a project, or maybe creating Office 365 group for a certain organization department for them to share between the team members. So let's see now how to create Office 365 groups. Actually, there are so many scenarios for creating Office 365 groups. So many triggers on Office 365 platform will create a group. So creating an Outlook group will create an Office 365 group. Creating a plan on Planner will create automatically a team site on SharePoint Online will create a 365 group, and so on. So maybe we can take a look at creating a group. So here we are on Outlook on Office 365, and you can see all the groups that are on this subscription. And here you can choose to create. This is one of the ways to create an Office 365 groups for an end user and on non-admin user. So as I was saying, also you can go on SharePoint, choose to create a team site, a modern team site. This will automatically create an Office 365 group. Also, you can go to Microsoft Teams, create a team on Microsoft Teams group. So let's go back on Outlook here, and let's check out what is available for a group as resources and apps. So once an Office 365 group is created, a bunch of resources are available for the whole group members to use, and also environments on each app, not each app, on a toolset of apps and services on Office 365 to make collaborating between team members easier. So here you can have conversations on Outlook between the member of the group. Automatically, you have a shared calendar for the whole team on Outlook. You can also access it on SharePoint. You can see that by creating the group, automatically it creates a modern team site that is attached to the group, where the team can share news, announcements, files, other data. Also, you have automatically a notebook on OneNote created for the team You can share ideas, you can make meeting notes, and so on. So here we can like also, yeah, sorry. So very important, once you create an Office 365 group, which way you choose to create it, a plan for the whole group is automatically created. So it lets you manage the tasks for all the group members, plan for tasks, and assign tasks for the group members. And last but not least, it also creates a workspace for the group on Power BI. So here you can see the workspaces, and each of them is Office 365 group. So here's the group we've been looking at. To start with, actually, the workspace is empty, and then you can add reports and dashboards. Okay, so then as we can see, there are so many places where the team members can collaborate. So maybe we can take a look at a space where the team members can access all these resources more easily, and it is Microsoft Teams. Okay, so as I was saying, Microsoft Teams acts as like a hub for the teams to access easily all the resources and apps that are available. As we can see, we don't have like to, as we will see actually, we don't have to switch back and forth on the different apps. You can access them. You can access Microsoft Teams, but on the web, on mobile app, and you can install it on desktop as well. So let's take a look at Microsoft Teams. Okay. So here, when you open Microsoft Teams, you can see all the groups that are actually teams in the Microsoft Teams, and creating a team in Microsoft Teams also creates an Office 365 group. So here, the team can chat easily, have conversations, and create different channels for different topics. And also, this is the interesting part, is that while you are on Microsoft Teams, you can access so many things that are shared between the team members. Like you can share files, or take a look at the files that are shared between the teams. You can take a look at the project plan or any other group plan you have on Planner. You can take a quick look at a particular file. It can be a sheet, or like a Word or a notebook. You can also connect it to other apps. So it acts like a shortcut and a portal to the group activity. Okay, so and also, as you can see, the files here are actually in SharePoint team site, and on the shared document library. And for each topic, you're going to find a folder. For each channel, sorry, on the teams, you're going to find a corresponding folder on the document library. Okay, so now another building block for collaborating as a team is creating workflows, business workflows, and other workflows like approval workflows or like that. So for that, it used to be very difficult to create a workflow for a non-developer person. Now with Microsoft Flow, it is an application that lets you create your own flows without needing to write a line of code. So it offers connection to a variety of services and systems, existing systems, on cloud systems, and sometimes on-prem data sources. It offers a designer that is very easy to use for non-developers, and also it supports web and mobile platforms. So let's take a look at Microsoft Flow. Okay, so as I was explaining, you can find a multitude of services you can connect to. Let's see. So these are all triggers or data sources Flow can be connected to start a workflow. So you can create a workflow, like first, you can also choose one of the data sources, and it offers you a few of the predefined templates you can use related to this data source. So for Outlook, for instance, you can create a workflow for saving email attachments to OneDrive for Business. These are all predefined templates you can use. You can just click on them. It will create a predefined flow for you. You can configure it for like changing the email address or something like that. So let's take a look at flow I have created earlier. So for instance, this flow is a workflow, is an leave request approval workflow. Let's edit that. So here you can see the designer. It is pretty simple. For the workflow process, it is triggered every time an item is created on this list in this site, a leave request. So every time someone creates an item on this list, it will trigger the workflow automatically. And this will start an approval process by sending an email to the validator. And then there's a condition. If the request was approved, some actions are taken, if not, some others. So all of this you can do by choosing a predefined template or creating your own. So this is for Microsoft Flow. Now, let's take a look at Microsoft Forms. So what is Microsoft Forms? Microsoft Forms lets you easily create simple forms like contact forms, survey forms, forms that let you collect data from customers, outside user, external user, or internal users to the Office 365 environment. It is pretty simple forms, so you can't create forms for collecting complex data. It's basically dates, choices, and text. We're going to take a look at one form I have created. Okay, maybe we can come back to that later. Okay, so once you are on forms, you're gonna find all the forms you have created or you have access to. So this is an example of a form, customer satisfaction form. Let's open it. You can choose between themes. So as I was saying, the questions of the form are pretty simple and straightforward. It is basically used for creating, collecting data from customers or other parties, but it is simple data as like surveys, polls, quizzes, and things like that. Not really complex data, and it can be accessed anonymously. So you don't have to be to have an account on the Office 365 platform to access the form and to answer it. So this is for Microsoft Forms. And then comes Microsoft Power Apps, which is actually a way to create more complex forms and screens. It is actually a tool you can use to build complex apps. You can publish on web, mobile, and also you can access it if you install the desktop version of Power Apps. So it lets you create more complex apps in a way that data can be more complex than Microsoft Forms. Also, it can integrate with Microsoft Flow, so you can create a workflow for your app. And it also offers connections to multiple systems. So let's take a look at Power Apps. So here, once you're connected, you can see the apps you already created and create another app. You can choose the format of the app, if it is a tablet or portrait, and you can change it afterwards, actually. So here it is creating the app. You can actually create the app like I am doing right now, or you can also choose to create it from a model, existing model, and it will create the screens and workflows actually more complex based on the model you choose. Okay, so here we have created an empty app. You can create screens, you can connect it to data. And then also there is so many templates you can choose from to not start from my canvas. Let's take a look at the choices you can have. So these are examples of apps you can reuse and change for your convenience. Like you can create an app for asset checkouts, budget tracker, employee engagement survey. This is a survey app with different screens. We can choose this one, and it will create a copy of this app. You can change and publish it to suit your own needs. So Power Apps is also integrated workflows. So you can create workflows with and integrate it into your app, actually. So whenever you have a data arriving, you can trigger some sort of a business workflow or approval workflow. So here we can see this app has these many screens. Everyone is a screen. You can have buttons. You can collect data. You can change everything, actually, but this is a template to get you started. Yes. So here we have seen Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Flow, and Microsoft Power Apps. Thank you for your attention, and I will be answering your questions in a moment.